What's good, y'all? It's Coach Crisco. Let's talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves. They obviously made the big trade this offseason, trading Cat to New York for Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo. Thus far, it don't seem like it's working out for him. I'll be honest. And I was wrong because I thought that this was going to be a beneficial trade for both teams. Thus far, it does seem to be beneficial for New York. They seem to be in their stride and they're getting it together. But it's a struggle for Minnesota. And I have my theories. But I'm eager to see what Anthony Edwards have to say after a loss the other night to the Boston Celtics. This is his presser, so let's check it out.
What are you noticing when the buckets aren't coming, and like how do you guys try to get out of that a little quicker?
I can't really remember the second quarter, but I think we just turn the ball over, like unforced turnovers too. Yeah, I think that's the main thing. Especially when I'm in, we should never go in like scoring droughts when I'm in the game. So I kind of put that on myself if I was in the game. So
I think sometimes with their offense now, the ball sticks, and he's an ISO player. I mean, he can create for others, but he's an ISO player. So when the ball gets in his hands, the ball sticks a bit. And now with Julius Randle, it's kind of the same thing. The ball sticks when Randle has the ball in his hands. The ball sticks. So I don't think that they have really figured out that dynamic yet. The dynamic of Ant and Julius. So the elephant in the room is there's no Cat. Cat was the foundational piece until Ant gets there. Now Ant's the foundational piece. I think there was a bit more of identity when Cat was there, of course. They don't know their identity. I think this team is looking for their identity. And with Ant as the new foundational piece, he's the guy that you have to build around, and you have to have a team around him that's conducive to his play style. Whereas before, you were building around Cat. So even though Cat likes to shoot the outside shot, he's a 7-footer. He's a big. So it's a different dynamic. So, I mean, it's going to take a little while. They're, 34, 33 games into this season. It's going to take a little while for them to figure out that identity, but they definitely have the talent to be better than 17 and 16. And, in Youngin, he has what it takes to put them in any game to compete, for W's against anybody. But it's gonna take them getting on the same page and flowing better. And I mean, who knows? It may just pan out that Julius Randle isn't the proper piece for this team. And, that could very well be the case as well. But I don't think it's something that they can't figure out.
I was going to ask you, like, is it, you say that, you are a scorer and you can end runs. Like, are you finding it difficult to get that?
To get any shot?
Yeah,
I guess. I mean, y'all watch the game. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. They just trapping me, man. Like, I don't know what.
It's part of them not having an identity because it's more so ISO ball. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of actual offense being ran. If you give the ball to Ant, he's going to create. He's been shooting more threes this season than, at any point in his career. I mean, of course, he's, 4 or 5 years in, but still, he's become a three-point shooter. I don't know exactly what he's shooting from the field. I kind of want to look it up now. Okay, he's shooting 40% from three, but he's taking damn near 10 threes a game. I mean, it just kind of goes back to what I was saying about why the game is where it is now in the viewership. Everybody's shooting threes, and even guys that weren't necessarily known as three-point shooters have become three-point shooters. I don't know if this is just the way that he wants to play moving forward, but I mean, I don't think that this is winning basketball. It doesn't work for everybody. Just because it worked for Golden State, everybody's not Steph Curry. The offense has to be ran. You can't just go and play, as Kobe would say, accidental basketball and expect to win a lot of basketball games. The fact that he's getting all of this attention is just because there's not a lot of offense being ran. You know what you're going to get basically when Ant has the ball. He's ISO. Everybody's kind of looking. There's not a lot of action. There's not a lot of cuts. So you can kind of tee up on him and send another guy and get it out of his hand and force somebody else to create. I mean, if I'm a defender, I'd much rather Jaden McDaniels or Mike Conley shoot the basketball than Ant Edwards. And that's with any team. That's if I'm playing Dallas, I'm going to do everything in my power to get the ball out of Luka's hands. If I'm playing OKC, I'm going to do everything in my power to get the ball out of Shai's hands. I would rather the others to go off and kill me than for the guy that I know is going to come in looking to kill me, because that's going to put a lot of pressure on guys that otherwise maybe don't play with a lot of pressure, if that makes sense. Or not used to a lot of pressure, rather. The ball needs to move. That's the swing. You can't just, I got the ball sticking with me. Because, yes, defenses are going to tee up on you. They're going to send extra men, and you're going to have to depend on your teammates to knock down some shots to keep the defense honest. Because otherwise, I mean, yes, I would do it the exact same thing.
In the third quarter, you took one shot but had 5 assists, and you guys scored 34 points. Is that kind of the way forward for this right now, like to just get up as much as possible? And
Hell no. I mean, well, I'm sorry. Is that a cussing word?
No, you can say hell.
Okay.
You're good.
Wait a minute. They must have told him, hey, you look too real in these interviews, man. That's crazy. Let's keep it going.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. That was a good brand of basketball, but it's not how I want to play, of course.
See, okay. That tells me a lot right there. That tells me a lot. I don't need to see anymore. My opinion, if they're saying that he had, a gang of assists, they scored 34 points in the quarter, so he's making plays, he's getting other guys involved in the offense, but he's basically saying, nah, I ain't with all that. Hell no, I ain't with all that. That's not the style of basketball that I want to play. I don't know. Youngin might be a little selfish. If you're playing better, you're scoring better, you're more efficient as you being the facilitator or the playmaker, because you can get your shot whenever you want to get your shot. You can get your offense whenever you want to get it. You got to look back to when MJ was struggling in the 80s, early 90s. He was struggling because he wasn't getting his teammates involved. When he started getting his teammates involved, they started to become a better team. They started to win championships. This is something that Ant Edwards is going to learn. He's a young guy, young star. Play a little bit longer, you'll learn that maybe me being the guy that I can create my own shot whenever I want to create my own shot, I'm going to draw attention. I'm going to draw defenses, double teams. Let me do everything in my power to get my teammates involved, to get them going, and the offense is going to come to me whenever I want it. I can create it whenever I want it. I can force the issue, press the issue whenever I want it. It's going to come. Don't worry about that. Let me get everybody else going, and we'll flourish. It'll come to him. I think it'll come to him. He lose long enough. He'll make some adjustments. But let me know what you think about Ant's comments down below. You think Minnesota has what it takes to turn it around as configured right now with this team, or if they maybe need to make some changes. Of course, it's still early in the season, 34 games, but by now, 34 games should be enough to kind of gauge how this team is going to be moving forward. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate you for watching. See you in the next one.